Hello, good morning. Welcome into another episode of Good Morning Nasdaq right here on the Clover Trading YouTube channel. It is the final day, the finale, the 28th of February, year of our Lord 2025. It is also Friday, so wrapping up another week here on the show. This is our fifth morning live stream. We did Wine Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays. And we posted a long form content video as well on Monday. So if you're rocking and rolling with us, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. We're here all week long. We only take breaks on the weekend. And we're here to help you guys out for free on YouTube. So consider showing us some support by hitting that subscribe button, by hitting that thumbs up button, getting that up towards 50. I know right now that I don't think there's that many viewers in here, but as that number gets up, I do want to see up towards 50 on the likes. We got Mash for Fun in here, Warren, Dark Trade, Sandra, Mazen, William, Wayne, DS. Good morning, good morning. We got Huddie in here joining us as well. How are we doing, Mr. Huddie?
Happy it's Friday. It's good. It feels like a good Friday.
But not the Good Friday.
Not the good Friday, but a good Friday.
Is it?
Feels like it.
Why? Just
I
other
don't know. I was looking
personal
forward to it.
reasons?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because what I see is a whole lot of poop, maybe a little fart, and that's about it out there. Not a ton of gappers for us to discuss this morning. We got NVVE, which is up a really cool 70%. And that's our leading one of the day. Overall markets are, what are they? Red? I got to guess the red. No, the SPY is green. What a beautiful day. Wow. Do you feel it in the air from that green?
No.
You don't feel it.
I think it's gonna go back red.
Okay. Well, for right now, it's green. And
Nice.
you can't take that away from it.
You can't.
But yeah, as we kind of roll in here, finish out the week, finish out the month. Been a generally slower week. There have been some opportunities here and there, but a lot of inconsistency across the board. The overall markets, I think, have been red every day of the week. Just kind of looking forward to this weekend. A little reshift, a little break, kind of see what March has to offer on Monday. Any goals for you going into today, Heidi? Just to wrap up the month for you. Anything you're thinking about? Hey, don't throw in the towel. Hey, don't give it all back. Don't do something stupid. Don't go all in Tesla and just risk zero.
Probably don't do any of those things.
All right.
But that's some good words. Yeah, I mean, like for me, I'm not really looking at bouncing any of these big stocks like Tesla or anything like that. I think that's like an endless pit of tries. I don't think there's a lot of structure there, but sure, it might bounce. It's just not really for me. I think people are trying to bounce it every day and just losing their hair. And that's kind of typical when you just are gambling on which day is going to be green. Um, so careful there, I think, unless you like really have some strong intuition as to why it's going to bounce. Um, and for me, I'm just going to keep playing my patterns, right? If there's like not a whole ton of gappers today, it's going to be a day where I probably wrap up early and just be done with the month. It's been a good month. It's been a good week for my strategies, and there's like no need to force it if it's not there. And
Yeah.
definitely don't want to be trading what the crowd's trading.
You mean the gap down on Tesla?
Yeah.
Um, yeah. William asked about Tesla. What do I think about it? Um, and I was just telling Huddy before, and this is not my forte or my speed at all. So it feels not that perfect in that A plus. I know the stock generally bounces. We're starting to really distance ourselves from the highs of end of last year. But this is just like 4 or 5 red days off of a random lower high. It's not like this is like a strong pull right after breaking the highs, a lot like we've seen on like some of the other like PLTR. What are the other ones? OKLO. A lot of the ones that are coming off of their highs. So Tesla, I get, it's supposed to be trending higher. Maybe it doesn't belong down here, whatever it is. But It's not like the best thing I've ever seen. Like this is not a time in normal circumstances that I'd ever be looking at Tesla based off of this price action. Usually the only time we pull these up is when, oh my gosh, Tesla's setting up for a big breakout, or it's up $500 a share in 3 days. So to me, it kind of feels like if I start playing that game, will I ever stop? What will it take to stop me? And is it even a pattern of mine? And it's not really a pattern of mine. Doesn't mean I won't trade it. It's there. Don't have a whole lot on watch, but I don't feel, it's not like when I see Fannie Mae setting up, I'm not that excited to like go click buttons on it.
Yeah, nothing to trade and it's there. That's like famous last words.
Yeah, that's it, right? Like if I had other bigger priorities, it wouldn't even have a spot on a chart. Doesn't even have a spot on a chart, but I still go to it. So not too super crazy excited for that. But I'm sure there are a lot of people that are. But to me, I just don't know why I would expect some giant green day without having to be just in this thing for a week. So not my speed, not really my type of stock, but we shall see as the morning gets going. That is red 0.5% right now. DS says, should I buy BTC Bitcoin? I don't know. I think you should do whatever makes you happiest. We do not give financial advice like that. And we would not be the people to ask, very frankly. Right, Huddie?
I'll only tell you that I'm not buying it.
I don't know. What is it? I don't know. How do you mine it? I don't know. Is it in Colorado? I don't know. All right, biggest gapper of the day today is NVVE. I was hoping if we procrastinated, there would be a bigger one, but there isn't. So NVVE is your biggest gapper of the day. I'll talk about the daily chart here in a second. Let's start over here with the dilution. We got Nuvei Holdings, specialty retail, 1.26 million float. Looks like they offer fleet and electric bus charging solutions. Okay. Is there any news today? 33 minutes ago, they highlight details of recent state of New Mexico contract. I feel like the catalysts this week have just been doo-doo. Like, someone get me excited. But they're detailing the state of that contract. So if you're into that, check it out. They have negative 0.7 months of cash left. High across the board, except for offering ability is medium. What do you see in their dilution, Steve?
At 1 million warrants at 378. So that's kind of in and around where it's trading right now. The news is a contract. So contract winner type of like that's where I would put it in the box.
Details of a contract winner. It's like a movie.
Yeah. And that's pretty much it. I mean, they have a small shelf. They have the ability to dilute more, and it's a pretty small float, 1.3 mil, from what I see.
Yeah, 1 point something million float. Catalyst is what it is. Nothing earth shattering here, but they do need cash. They do need money very soon because they don't have any. They have negative. Taking a look at the daily chart, the stock looks like the most recent run came on 2/4, February 4th, running from the 2s all the way up towards 477. First kind of thought here, this one has a little structure to it, kind of two ways to look at it, beary and bully. No, is this a breakout over these highs? Well, we'll probably be up around 90 to 100% at that level. So kind of a big move into a breakout level, volume comparable with the day that it set that. Or, the bearish approach is to look at this and see short into resistance. That's a big spike from pretty much the same area. The stock couldn't push much further. And now you have anyone who got bad called that day, big wick to the upside. So maybe that's, just short of $5 area gives the buyers some trouble. There's a serious level of resistance and we fade off and have a very similar candle and wick down to the low 3s. Let's go back further and see if there's more volume. There is. Seems like the majority of these are red candles that either have some wick in the sky or close well below their open, all on decent volume that we are portraying right now. Some levels are that 7 area up towards 9. We'll see if that comes into play today or not. But this is one where if it was setting up for like a perfect breakout, huddie would be like there's overhead resistance everywhere. It looks like most levels on the chart higher are buried in some sort of resistance from some sort of attempt at running. So not a great multi-day runner, not a good history of continuation, not a good history of holding up. And now we have today. We will see what that does today. Anything to add?
Oh, you nailed it. You even took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah, see? I know. So we'll see today. I'm not particularly one way or the other, but I'd be more on the potential bullish reconnected. I hope we're still good. Someone will probably let me know in like 5 seconds that we were out, but I think we're good. But that resistance overhead really plays a big part. Not the right market. I feel like the momentum is kind of drifting on the overall market and bleeding into small caps. And so for those reasons, even if it did have a solid breakout this area, you'd probably have to see really massive volume. And even then, like what, 6, 7, 8, 9 are all going to be difficult resistance. So I see this more as probably failing. That's where I would put my money. And, but we will see. You never know. We haven't really had anything go bonkers this week, have we? I guess we had algo, and that was last week. ATCH ran for a bit before fading.
Things did go bonkers.
ONVO ran,
yeah,
but then didn't really do any craziness into the next day. So definitely potential for some strength here. Up 62% right now, though. And I think that is still your leading gapper. Oh, wait. It just got overtaken. Next biggest gapper of the day, PMAX. Powell Max. Ugh. Let's just speed run through this one. Not a lot of interest on the daily chart for me. Financial data and stock exchanges. 3.75 million flow out of Hong Kong. I believe that is in China. Correct me.
yes.
Nice. Is it the capital?
No.
What's the capital?
Maybe
You know.
starts with where they have the Olympics. Beijing.
That sounds right. Shanghai.
I'm guessing. I'm totally just throwing a
Hong Kong, a city in. Wait, it says
Beijing.
it's the country. Why is the Hong Kong as the country? It says.
Because Hong Kong is an independent nation
Sure, it is.
controlled by the Brits.
All right. Well, this one's out of Hong Kong. 3.75 million
Used to be.
float. Overall risk is low across the board besides overhead supply, but we'll take a look at that in the daily chart here in a second. I don't see any news or catalyst on this one. Looks like they had a 6K yesterday.
They acquired Miracle Media Production for 3.6 million, which is a company out of Hong Kong. And that's about it.
Okay. Anything here? It says they're cash flow positive. I don't know what some of these things are. YA2 notes. I don't know what those are. Convertible notes. Equity line. Kind of just looks like China turd, if you ask me. Here's that overhead supply we were talking about. Big gap down or run down from the 2s down to sub 1s. Been hanging out in the 20 to 30 cent area. Kind of gapping over a lot of the resistance that we've set in the 50 to 60 cent area. And but still buried in resistance from higher. What are your thoughts here, Steve?
I'm just looking at that last gap, which is on January 16th. It gapped up from $1.38 and opened up at 207 and then closed at 80 cents that day. So it like honestly got liquidated. So that's all we have to go off of. Last time it gapped up, it like absolutely got destroyed. So it doesn't have to happen this time, but it might.
Yeah, that's a good understanding of your colors of your candles, right, Huddy?
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, decent gap up, good size volume. Today we're doing a little bit more than that, already at 36 mil, and at 59% as we break new lows here in pre-market. So Yeah, kind of ran yesterday in after hours and is trying to hold on to those gains right now. Pretty weak day for the gappers as a whole, wouldn't you say?
I mean, yeah, it was
Nothing
weak
that's
yesterday too.
nothing that's really jumping off the page, begging to be traded with either how much it's up on the day, volume, catalyst, whatever it is. Um, but yeah, let's see what you guys are saying. Also, Huddy, why don't you let them know what's coming up here in March?
In March, we have a boot camp coming up where we all get together. We have a couple drinks, we do a couple presentations. You get to ask us questions, trade live with us, have a great time, benefit your careers down this journey of stock trading, and it's going to be a great time.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity to meet a lot of aspiring traders as well, build your own small little circles, and work together to improve your skill sets, to poke holes in each other's strategies and try to just get better together. That's, me and Huddy, we've been friends since we went to a conference together back in like 2018 or 19. And like finds like, and that's what it was. And we're still here to this day, talking trading, figure out new strategies, having a great time. But I pinned, it's also in the description, pinned comment if you want access to that, if you want to reach out and ask any questions about that. It's going to be a good group of people, going to be a lot of fun, got some great guest speakers. You'll learn some new things about some new different outlooks in small cap land, and going to be a fun time. That'll be March 22nd through the 24th. Come hang out with us in person in LA. Get your tickets ASAP. Euro says Zoos full round trip. We had a gapper for a second, eh? 160 to 360 and now red on the day. Stocks be funny,
Pop
eh?
lock and drop it.
Stocks be funny, hey? To do. Huddy, can you briefly go over your criteria for gap and craps?
No. There's nothing brief about it. I have 4 or 5 different entries for every single gap and crap. I wouldn't even know where to begin or end in a 2-minute stream. Bare minimum though, like I'm looking for stocks that are up over 70% on the day. That's like where I start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know how else to go over everything
Big
right now.
percent
There's a
gainers.
lot. Nice.
If you don't catch the gap, the rest is crap. Is that true?
No.
Some brings up TRNR. Actually, interesting one here. Been really making it. This was on my watch list last night, pre-gap up. Kind of weird. It's just like you don't normally see after day one gap and craps like TRNR for them to pump out really, really good volume on day two. Like, I don't know if you saw it, how yet. No one was really talking about it. End up kind of being a nice little gap up into resistance, then fade off. But
I was watching it for a short.
did the same thing again this morning where it gapped up again. And really not a ton of people paying attention here, but the volume is quite good. What is it? 250 area is the breakout. You kind of had that 217 high from a couple weeks ago. Just interesting there. William says, interesting for a spike to 3 and fail. Yeah, I don't know. And I don't know. I don't need to predict exactly what a stock's going to do from every single moment of its run. I'm just going to trade off that, but I am watching that as a breakout over the 254 area. Each morning has kind of been quick strength into those levels and failure. This morning I actually did a whole, that's pre-market. So the spikes have been short-lived. So we kind of are making higher lows, even though those higher lows are pretty far away from the breakout level. Potential there if it hangs around longer than expected, spike, a pullback, and then, oh no, it's holding up versus giving back all its gains. That would maybe be interesting. Not the best market for breakouts right now, just in general, because of all of the what's going on with the overall market and just not a ton of, I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but breakouts work less when the market's not trending higher or very bullish. But volume really, really interesting here. If this wanted to have a really big move, there's room on the chart. and it has the capability to do big volume. So I had that on watch yesterday, and it looks like it will be a watch this morning, holding around $2 right now. Okay. 45 likes. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Let's take a quick look at all these other big caps. Nothing. Boring. Tesla 280. I just don't know how to trade this stuff. Like, the reason I like first green days and reversals in small cap land is because I could probably systematize it from the entry to where I'm risking. On this, like, I just got to start buying and say a prayer that today is the day. We're gonna do this. I don't even know where it's gonna bounce to. Like, is it? Are we looking for like a bounce to 300? Or are we looking at something like 330, Huddy? What are we looking for?
I don't think 330 is happening in a day.
Okay. Well, I didn't know what people like, because that's what kind of scares me. Like, the thing with first green days is a lot of them just don't bounce, but the ones that do offer such great risk reward, it's worth it to try like a second time. But with this one, it's not like, if I don't feel like I'm fighting an extended short where I know I'm going to get paid on it. This is like, I don't think it has to be that big of a bounce from this price action. But is the overall market still green? Wow, dude, that's impressive. That's impressive. A whole week of red, though. A lot of red candles this week after a breakout to new highs. So we shall see what next week has to offer. I don't make any predictions. I don't really care. Whatever it does, I'm just going to sit here and continue to do my job. I'll be here for you guys. Huddy will be here for you guys as well. That's a promise, right, Huddy?
Promise.
And we're just hoping for opportunities, as everyone is. Trying not to get too caught up in the weeds of the news and what people on the TV are saying. When the plays come, we'll take the trades. If not, we'll sit on our hands. We'll call each other while we're doing our nails, stuff like that. Right, Huddy?
Yeah, my line's always open to you.
Line's always open. All right, everybody. We'll wrap it up. There's not a ton of gappers to talk about. But we did hit the ones that are there this morning. I hope you guys have had a great month, a great week here as we wrap up another part of the year. We'll be back at it Monday in March to discuss whatever has gone on today and what's going on into next week. But I appreciate you guys being here, part of the YouTube community. Make sure, as always, that if you're around, if you're watching us every single day, if you're watching the videos, subscribe to the channel. Really helps us out. Hit that thumbs up button. You guys do a phenomenal job at doing that. Get yourself signed up for the in-person boot camp. Come hang out with us in person. Come meet some, new and different aspiring traders. Come get some different ideas on strategies. We've got some guys doing a whole lot of different things, talking to you guys, doing presentations on that Saturday and Sunday in March. So we will see you Monday. Hope you have a fantastic week. We're going to head on over to the Clover trading room and hopefully have some stuff to talk about. Sound good, Huddy?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
All right, everybody. We'll see you Monday morning, 8:45 a.m. for another episode of Good Morning Nasdaq.